Welcome to the Profits in Pajamas podcast. I'm Danielle D, or Coach Danni D, and I help women to create luxury brands by creating processes and tightening their branding. This is where we talk about how to build your business in a way that allows you to work with ease and enjoy your life. My happy space is spending as much time as humanly possible in my pajamas. And I want to help others to find their happy space while still running profitable businesses. So get comfortable and let's dig in. Hello and welcome to the Profits in Pajamas podcast. I am your host, Coach Danny D, and I am always here helping small business owners, women professionals, entrepreneurs, all walks of life who are trying to find that space where they can work with ease. And by work with ease, I mean that they can really just live a life that is fulfilled, that is not full of overwhelm and conflict of things that they don't really align with. So finding that alignment, finding that peace, finding that joy. Okay, so today I wanted to talk to you guys about a an, an audio book that I was actually listening to the other day. So in the business book club, we just finished the 12-week year and amazing book and just a lot of good gems there about focusing on right now as opposed to giving yourself this 12 months to get this goal accomplished and not really doing anything with it until like it's almost time for the new year to come around because we are deadline driven. Okay, so in the process of reading that book, I came across an Audible original, and it's called "Your Your Million or Planning a Millionaire Year" or something along those lines. I apologize that I didn't. I should have probably written down what it is, but of course, I'm going to put the information in the show notes so that you can go and listen to it. It was a quick listen, like 2 hours. Definitely recommend it. There were so many things that were there that I consider gems, but one of them that I wanted to touch on today is that she challenged the listeners to come up with their $10,000 in 10-day challenge, right? And so the challenge was, write down 25 things that you can do to bring in revenue to get you to $10,000 in 10 days. And I thought that was such a cool challenge. A reason being that, some people may get that 10,000 in 10 days, some people may not, but it made you start thinking really creatively about what things you could be doing to generate revenue that you are not already doing, or that you maybe are not doing with an urgency or very effectively. And the reason why of all the gems that I got out of that listen, the reason why I wanted to touch on this one was the one thing that, I've been consistently hearing, regardless of industry, regardless of location, has been about the current economy. And the current economy is, the price of things is going up exponentially, and salaries or income is not. And as a result, people are having to get a little creative, and especially a large part of the audience for this show is entrepreneurs, especially as entrepreneurs, and even more so if you are selling something that is a luxury, so not a necessity, right? then if you haven't already seen it, you will start to see, some tightening of purse strings when it comes to what people are willing to spend. People are, not spending as much or starting to slow down on spending on things that are not necessities, right? So then that means that you have to then become a little more creative to make sure that you're maintaining the, standards that you have set, the sales goals that you have set. You may have to become a little more creative. And so the reason why I like the exercise is that it gives you that challenge. It gives you that challenge of figuring out, you know what? I have this sitting over here, maybe, I know I have a lot of events people. Maybe I bought this, you know, rental item years ago and I used it for one event and it's been sitting in the bag collecting dust. Maybe I need to dust that off and start promoting that. Or maybe I have some intellectual property that I could be selling. So I could be teaching classes, or I can be doing digital downloads, or I could um be an expert speaker on certain topics. Maybe I need to, I have a product that is out there, but I'm just not pushing it like I need to. I haven't been emphasizing it and getting sales that way. Maybe there is a client set that I have not explored. So I might have these set of people that are naturally coming to, purchase my product and know about my product, but maybe it's time for me to start tapping into a different market, not something vastly different because we're not trying to just be sporadic, but maybe there is a offshoot of that, so maybe I've been marketing to elementary schools and I need to go and try to see if I can get some universities. Maybe I am, doing, let's say if I'm a in the fitness arena, maybe I've been working mostly with moms, but maybe I want to target the dad by crew and see if they're interested, or maybe, a couples type of thing. Thinking outside of the box about ways, solutions. Y'all know I'm a problem solver at heart. And there's always solutions there, but sometimes we're just not stretching our minds enough to get to that solution. So if you have the time, like I said, I'm going to share the link to the Audible in the show notes. I think you can link to an Audible. I will find out. Um, but if you have time, I want you to check it out, and because it just was a good book, period, like outside of that one thing. But even if you don't, I want you to challenge yourself to sit there and think about, if I had 10 days and I had to make 10 grand in 10 days, what could I do with the resources I currently have? What could I do to make that happen? And 25 things is a long list that makes you really have to stretch your mind outside of the things that you're doing every day already. So that's the challenge. That's the challenge. I'm putting it out there for you guys. I made my list, and it really helps you to also focus on, hey, let me, put my foot on the gas. Let's put the foot on the gas for those things. So do the challenge. Do the challenge. Think about, and if you don't have time, you have time. Never mind. I'm not going to even give you that out. If you don't have time, you have time to sit there and think about this. But basically, the objective is for you to start thinking outside of the box of other things that are already, you already got them. You already wrote that newsletter, or you already wrote the curriculum. You already have these things. You already purchased the equipment, put it to use. So get creative. I just have a feeling that times are going to get worse before they get better. So get creative in how you're securing your space, your piece of the pie so that you are staying ahead of the game and making sure that you're maintaining, what you have built. So that's what I have for you guys. As always, I will put in the show notes the different things that are going on right now in the workflow universe. The success journal is out there. Definitely get a copy if you don't have a copy. I love, and when you get your copy, um, inbox me a screenshot of your copy when you get it. I love seeing when people get it. I love seeing when people share what they're writing about in it. So get your copy of that starting on Friday, March 1st. We'll be starting the next round of the Capable Confident Challenge. So if you are ready to ditch imposter syndrome and get to your bag because you know that it's you and your thoughts that are keeping you from leveling up, from being that full version of yourself, that confident version of yourself that's necessary to level up. If that's you, the Capable Confident Challenge was built just for you, just to get you out of your way so that you can continue to move in excellence. So that's starting next month. We'll do another round of the calendar detox. So if your calendar is taking over your life and you are overwhelmed and you have so many commitments and you don't feel like you're getting any closer to the things that you said you wanted to do, the calendar detox is there for you. So make sure that you are signed up for the next round of the calendar detox, which will start in April. Um, I think that that's it for now. If you don't know, I also do individual coaching. So if you're looking for something more individualized, reach out, book a discovery call. We can figure out what the best fit is for you to meet the needs that you have personally. So that's also always an option. And I do brainstorming sessions. So if you just have this something that you need to work through and you are struggling with it and you need a sounding board and some different ideas, I'm a really, really good problem solver. I am a really, really good problem solver. So, um, I've had people do brainstorming sessions, and I had one young lady do a brainstorming session, and she emailed me back afterwards and was like, "You just revamped my whole entire business. I was so stuck and I couldn't figure it out in that one session." She just took off from there. So if that's something that you are in the need of, I do offer that as well. So again, reach out. I'm here for you. Besides that, I want you to have a happy rest of your week, and then we'll be rolling into a new month and Women's History Month. So, um, I think that's going to be kind of interesting. I'm gonna probably start off the month with a good little topic for you guys about women's history and making sure maybe we can talk about making history, right? Because we all have that ability. Some of us are currently doing it. A lot of us are currently doing it, and we're just not realizing it because we're not focused in the moment. We are focused on getting to the next thing. So, yeah, that'll be next week. We'll talk about that a little bit more about being in the moment of the history that we're making. All right. See you guys next week. Thank you for listening to the Profits in Pajamas podcast. I hope you got some great tips to start working with ease. Want to stay connected? Follow me at Your Workflow on Instagram. For more information about building your luxury brand, register for my upcoming luxury brand workshop at CoachDanniD.com.